Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. The following message has been co-signed by the Divine and sponsored by Spirit. Whew. If you're here, it's by divine design. You will find this message when you are meant to hear it. Everything is on purpose. Nothing is on accident. And I do what I do because I absolutely love and adore my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, bring your intuition to the party and make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions today. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on my website, located right there and in the title of this video. So we're going to begin by pulling your Alpha and Omega messages. There's 2 of them. We pulled them first. We'll read them last. And they always put a beautiful bow on the entire message. All right. We will be doing a one question answer of yes or no for everybody at the end of this live session. So follow along until then and you'll get your free yes or no question. Spirit will work with you to devise that question. All right. And my members, anybody who has the member badge will get a personal question as well answered at the end of today's live session. So what were you doing when you found this channel? Are you returning? Thank you. Are you new? Welcome. Did you share it with somebody? Okay. Did somebody share it with you? How did you find me? This stuff just fascinates me. All right. We're going to start off with a card from my P&Q Oracle, which is the cards my grandsons have drawn for me over the last few years. So let's see. What's the download message today? Please and thank you. What's the download message today? This one. Oh, it's the Black Panther. Black Panther comes, I'm hearing Black Panther comes from a nation, a place that has advanced technology. They have to protect that energy. Yeah. I just had a conversation with somebody yesterday. Day before yesterday. And it was something to the effect of, just because you're all love and peace and happiness, so they think that you're a punk and they can push you around and bully you and take advantage of you. But now when you're really about that love and peace and happiness energy, you will protect that energy. Like, it's valuable. And there are people who like to steal and people who like to abuse and misuse, right? So there's nothing wrong with you speaking up for yourself, protecting your energy, and rejecting anything that would violate trust, violate you, violate your energy. You have that energy because you accrued it, you built it up, and you brought it for you. So with the Black Panther, this is also a defender energy. You don't go around, Black Panther don't go around just messing with folks just because to be messing with folks. Some people do that shit, but not from where you come from. We don't do that. We defend ourselves and we protect the weak. I heard protect the weak, those who can't defend themselves, And then I hear if you've experienced a violation and you haven't done anything, put any measures in place to protect those who can't protect themselves, then you're almost as much of an offender as the one who did the violation, because it's going to continue. So there's something here about pressing charges, about letting it be known, about exposing the truth, about exposing the villain, about exposing the crime, the criminal. If you keep it to yourself, if you keep it quiet, then it can happen over and over and over again because everybody stays quiet. So I see in this energy, like there's an avenging energy. Black Panther is one of our avengers, right? There's something too about his suit. His suit is built from, vibranium, I think, vibranium material. Anyways, what I know he's got that vibranium, but whatever his suit is built from, it's impenetrable. So there's something here when you're using your shadow energy, because his suit is black, when you're using your shadow energy in order to protect yourself, you become impenetrable. There's something here about that. This is not saying you go out and attack. This is not saying you go do black magic. No, that if that's what I heard, if that's what you heard, then honey, you need to keep coming back for a while. Just don't do shit. Just listen. Take it all in. You know what I'm saying? Because what you put out comes back to you. It's a different thing when you're attacked. See, that suit deflects the attacks. And this is what I will tell you. Your love and peace and happiness, yeah, is what's going to put that suit on you to deflect any attacks that would come your way. Yeah, they think they could do something to you. They think they can hurt you. They think they can put black magic on you. They think they could curse you. They think they can take what's yours. But that love and peace and happiness is always going to keep your energy protected. And even if it appears that they got away with something, don't trip, chocolate chip. Because, you know, when you are in that energy of love, peace, and happiness, no matter what they think they got away with, oh, they're going to get the brunt of their repercussions come right back to them multiplied. See, some of you, your energy is so pure. Your energy is so pure. Your intentions are so full of that love, peace, and happiness. Well, first off, that's how you aligned with this channel and my message. But sometimes when you're so bright and so light and so empowered, you're going to attract this. I hear the word sinister energies. And the way this works, because, you know, opposites attract, you know, like attracts as well. Like unto like, the same energy will attract, but opposite will also attract. And so when you attract an opposite energy, so you're a good person, you're out here doing good. Somebody thinks they got over on you. Maybe they cheated you in a service or stole something for you or lied to you or whatever it was. And you're saying, why did they get away with that? Why didn't my intuition tell me? Well, here's the thing. No matter what, it's going to serve blessings to you one way or another. You're going to receive from that experience because you're grounded in the energy of love, peace, and happiness. That's why we named the channel this way, because those are the three foundational. That's the foundational trinity that's going to make sure that no matter what you do, you're covered. When you got love, peace, and happiness for you and them, no matter how they receive it, it's going to return to you in the energy of love, peace, and happiness. And somebody says, yeah, well, tell that to my bank account. This fucker just stole this much money or did a intentionally bad job and I paid this much for it. Something like that I'm hearing. And I'm getting the vibe like a effed up mechanic. If you need a good one here in Vegas, I got one. But ask around. But here's the thing. Anything that appears to be lost in the energy of the opposite attracting to you is always replaced by something more, something better. There is no loss in the divine mind. When you're in that LPH energy, you know that no matter what is coming as a blessing to you, everything serves me. Everything serves my best interest. If you don't know what pronoia means yet, pronoia, not paranoia, pronoia. Do yourself a favor and look it up, understand it, and get it through your head that that's what's really happening unless you decide it's otherwise. So some of you, the way your energy is set up, the way your karma is set up so pure, that these different opposite energies will be allowed to interact with you so that your suit of protection will deflect back to their ass and multiply and intensify whatever they're throwing at you. In other words, you're their karma, baby. You didn't go seeking them out. You didn't go looking for somebody. Oh, I'm going to go find somebody who's a fucked up person so they could be good to me or so they could be fucked up to me so that they could get their karma. That's not what you do. When you're in that love, peace, and happiness energy, you're just living your best life. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. Busters. Yeah, they're busters. You know why? Because they bust themselves upside the head thinking that they're going to hurt you instead. But that doesn't work. That doesn't work when you're in this vibe of love and peace and happiness. And so there's that energy here. Something has come your way, and it doesn't feel fun when you're going through it. No, it doesn't. But because you have the ability and the mastery of your emotions and the ability of focus, you know that somehow this is working out for me. I'm going to look for this. What did I learn? How did I grow? How am I more empowered? What did this show me about who I am instead of being like they are? Finding that thing that you're grateful for about any painful experience puts you definitely, it's like putting on your suit. It's putting on your suit. Where's the love, peace, and happiness in this? Well, that buster took me, this is a true story. So one time I had a client She was my nail client for 10 years. So of course I trusted her when she was like, oh yeah, my man can fix my old school cutlass, right? And he's like, well, I need this much money up front. Did I think about they were going to try to fuck me over? No. Did they? Yeah. And you know what? I got my car back. Some of the work was done. It wasn't done the way it said. And I gave them probably at least twice as much money or more that I should have, right? But I learned, first off, if your Cash App doesn't let it go through, don't force it. Because to make that deal go through, my spirit tried to protect me, but I forced it. My spirit tried to protect me by blocking the transactions. The transaction wouldn't go through. My spirit didn't allow it, but I forced it. So I started to pay attention. Oh, well, if it doesn't work out, there's a reason why. Let me pay attention to that. I learned that. And then another thing I heard was that, they had some stuff that they had to learn. And because they did what they did with me, like my car was running fine. I got everything handled. I took it to another mechanic and got it in. The one that I would recommend to you if you're in Vegas. I'm just saying he's amazing. And whatever became of them is none of my business. I learned a long time ago, like, I don't need to see what karma they go through. When I was married, my ex-spouse, all the karma that they went through, I heard about that. And it doesn't feel good to hear about people going through terrible things. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel good because my intention is real. My love is real. Who I am is authentic. I'm not faking a front here with you. And any of you who have met me in person, you know that the same way I am right here on this camera is the same way I am on the streets, in my shop, in my car, in my house, at the bar, at the club. It don't matter. The grocery store, this is the same way I am. So you likewise, you're always the same way you are. You're consistent. You're a good person. You got a good heart. You got a good intention. Why? How did you get that way? Because a lot of shit has happened. Maybe you did a lot of dirt and that didn't feel good in the past. And you suffered those consequences. Yeah. All those car stereos we used to stay up and steal from folks' cars at night. I can't tell you how much it hurt. Every time my stereo that I really spent money that I worked for got fried. So I'm just saying, what you put out comes back to you. And with this Black Panther energy, his suit deflects everything that comes to him. It deflects, right? So your energy, what is that? Love and peace and happiness is going to deflect. I don't care if they're throwing curses your way, envy, jealousy, no matter what, it's going to deflect. And so, and one of the things that I say, for whatever reason, I'm being guided to tell you this too. One of the things that I say, no matter what they do, I receive it all in love. And that's something that is in my knowing. I don't have to say that every day or repeat it like a mantra. But this is a knowing that I have. No matter what they do, I receive it in love. And sometimes that love means holding on. And sometimes that love means letting go. One of the things that benefits us too is to remember that love doesn't necessarily equal presence. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean that they're qualified for your presence. Your presence, your physical presence is not equal to your love. Those two things don't have to go together. And so much of the stress that we've acquired, accumulated, and tried to hold on to and force this shit to work, like I forced the deal to go through, was because we're trying to attach our presence with our love. I love you, therefore I must have you. Yeah, quit that. That doesn't help you at all. You can love them, but see, when you decide that you have to have them here, it's a must. Your presence is required so I can love you. All you're going to do, if they're not ready for you, honey, you're just going to create more chaos and more confusion. But the thing is, when your real intention is beautiful, love and peace and happiness grounded, the universe is going to pull them away from you. They're not going to want to be there. They're going to have difficulties and issues. Don't go forcing it. Don't be like Melinda and call the bank and call Cash App and make the money go through, because that's just going to turn into a loss for you. When that road is blocked, rejection is God's protection and redirection, source, the universe, whatever. It's showing you like, oh, honey, you think it's for you, but we got something better. And it's so true, because after I had that bad deal on the car mechanic, I ended up telling somebody else about what I experienced. And, it was replaced with something better. I found a connection with this man. Him and his brother run this mechanic shop. They've been in the same spot over 25 years. And this man had no less than 3 different opportunities where I thought I knew what was wrong with the car, or I thought it was something this, and no charge, no nothing. He could have got me. So I know this man is honest, right? It was replaced with something better. And he's fast, and his prices are on point. He doesn't charge a whole lot. He's very, very diligent. He does his mechanics the same way I do my nail business and the same way I do these tarot readings. I ain't trying to wait. I'm going to get you in and done. Ain't no laziness about these bones. Let's get some of the details that's going on with your experience. I pulled the Sacred Signs and Symbols Oracle cards that I received last week, and I saw that we would pull 3 to show the factors in this experience. So we're going to look for 3 factors in this experience that you're having. This is a collective reading, for personal experience reading. Just go to the website. They start at $10 for one answer and go up from there. Okay, so we got 2. One more card. Thank you. Perfect. All right, bottom of the deck. There's a mess. We have the mop. A sloppy mess, a spill. It was time to clean up something. I heard, and if you keep on talking about all those things that didn't work out, and you know why I kept having, why it turned out that bad with that experience, one of the things I saw vibrationally was I kept talking about how bad luck I had with mechanics. At that time, I did. And now all I can talk about is I got a great mechanic. He works fast. He charges excellent rates, and he's honest. Yeah, my conversation prior to that dude, oh my God, every mechanic, that, and it was just running. I can't even speak it to you right now. All the experiences that I would tell about the drama that I had and the hell before. Now all I could tell you is Enrique's Auto on Hart Street in Las Vegas. He's amazing. He's honest. He speaks English and Spanish. He wears fat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, replace the story. Replace the story. Universe is trying to help you replace the story. Universe was trying to show me, don't send this fool no money. He gonna jack you, and you gonna have to go steal your car back. Like, I literally had to hire a tow truck to go steal my car back out of their lot because it was a mess. Why was it a mess? Because I kept telling the same fucked up story about all the mechanics that had done what they did, and that didn't turn out well. And so sometimes we're not aware of what the heck we're doing to ourselves, right? And so some explosion happens. And when you sit back in hindsight from this explosion, because, once it's exploded, honey, it's over, right? You can see if you put your mind to it, ask your spirit, ask your higher self, ask your future self, you'll be able to pick apart and discern, what was I doing vibrationally to lead up to this experience? No, I wasn't asking for another one like that, but my focus was on every experience that felt like that. No wonder the experience got bigger. Boom, it must have exploded, right? But again, they want me to remind you, even if stuff like that happens, you don't have to worry, because it's all meant to guide you to the right direction. There's a block wall there. It's a dead end. That means turn around and go the other way. You can only stare at the brick wall so long before you're like, well, you know what? Let me just try going the other way, because this road clearly ends here. So I pulled the 3 cards. The first one that came out was the Chameleon. The Chameleon, camouflage, incognito, adaption. The second one that came out was reluctant and stubborn with the donkey. Interestingly enough, we're looking at the donkey through a barbed wire fence, and we were just talking about a barbed wire fence with a dead end and a brick wall, because she's a brick house. Watch out for getting caught up with something that's just beautiful to your eyes, honey. Watch out for that, because the Brick House song came through. And the Brick House song is she's mighty, just letting it all hang out. Watch out for getting caught with seduction, temptation, and evil ones in reverse. Yeah, they will have, so apparently there's 4 cards. They will have the gavel, judgment day, the final decision. In other words, what I'm seeing here, you didn't want to see something. You did not want to see where the universe was like Siri on your phone saying, at the next possible, make a U-turn. Make the next possible U-turn. You're going the wrong direction. Make the next possible U-turn. You didn't want to see that. Why? Because somebody came in camouflage. Somebody came in a way where you couldn't really see what their energy was. You couldn't really see what they were offering you. It was not immediately visible to you. But your spirit was like, this ain't going no further. That's it. This is not going no further. And then are you having this realization when I was just caught up by my eyes? I was just caught up by I heard groin. Okay, somebody here, you were letting your horniness take you down a path that you knew dang well you did not need to go down. Yeah, if that was you, you need to learn how to self-regulate. I'm just saying. A little masturbation could help alleviate the pains of the nation. What? Okay, that's what I heard. I love the way this comes through. Oh, boy. Let's see what else we have coming out. I have the Urban Tarot here today. The Urban Tarot in my hand. I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles and pull some tarot cards now. So, if they've been trying to work against you and you're like, I wonder why I haven't heard from my friend. I wonder why my lover is not showing up like they said they would. I wonder why I can't get this job that I've been looking for, or I can't go to this place that I wanted to go to. I see your emojis going up. Thank you. Look, Spirit is showing you there's something better we have for you, baby. Don't worry about that path over there. It's a dead end anyway. Don't get yourself caught up. So they're showing me now to do a Celtic cross, my version of a Celtic cross. Ace of this. And we have Atlas carrying the world on his back, which looks like a giant atom. Ace of this, Ace of Pentacles energies. Some of you're highly vibe with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But here's the thing. You're empowered. You are the source. You are the physical focal point for all the beautiful things happening in your experience. Yeah. Ace of this. It's a whole new world. Yes, I heard a new exciting point of view. Let me see. What is the opportunity that is being presented to you at this time? Because it's all an opportunity. The opportunity is happiness. 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. You have everything, and it's up to you to choose what soothes your soul, what satiates you, what satisfies you. You gotta choose the delicious stuff, baby. If you're getting ready to choose something and it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, boy, I mean, unless you were looking for tart, you might not want it. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing if you're like at the grocery store and you're like, oh, I love lemon bars. I'm going to have me a lemon bar. Okay, that's different. And sometimes you will choose the contrast. Sometimes you will choose the shadow path. Why? Because the more you go into it, the more you find your power. And this is why you've been thrown into it, so you could find the power that was necessary for the next level. But sometimes you get a little, oh my God, this feels so good. I'm learning so much, that you'll choose some stuff that you know that path is blocked, and you're just like, well, let me just learn some more emotional mastery. Why can I say that? Because I've done it. I've done it. I chose for a long time a relationship that I knew was going nowhere, because I knew that it was the perfect safe space to learn emotional mastery. And so that was when I first did it consciously, but there's so many times where unconsciously you're like, why do I keep choosing this? Because your soul is like, honey, you need to get your power up. We need you to see that you are Wonder Woman, you are She-Ra, you are He-Man, you got this, you got this. You're the Black Panther. They literally cannot hurt you, and anything that comes your way that looks like hurt is gonna all be received in love. It's going to empower you. It's going to make you wiser, kinder, more empathetic, more generous, more understanding. Know where to protect your energy. See, some of you were very closed off to begin with. You went through some things because you were so closed off to make you open up your energy and be more generous with it. Others of you was all the way open, so generous, so you went through some things so you can learn to close off your energy and protect some stuff and reserve some stuff for yourself. Yeah. Now, with that empowerment, Ace of Pentacles, honey, wish fulfillment, you're making a choice for something delicious for yourself. I mean, did you have a nice little barbecue here in the U.S.? You know, we just celebrated Independence Day. some of you, I'm seeing in these cards very clearly, just like me, you did it by yourself. I had an invitation. I didn't want to go. I stayed home in my day most of the day by myself. And then I went to my pool at night when the sun went down by myself. So there's something here about sitting in your own pleasure. You don't have to please them. They don't have to like what works for you. Again, your love and your presence, those two do not have to go together. Separate yourself from the idea that loving someone requires that you be present for them. If your presence for them is so chaotic and so disruptive, this is a universe showing you like, y'all not walking the same direction. You're both trying to go different ways and pull each other along. When that's happening, that's why you have chaos. In other words, somebody in that situation, one vibration is higher than the other vibration. They cannot collide. They're gonna reject each other, you know. So that's it. Let me see what's below you. Where are you standing in this? What's the physical experience that's the side effect of what was? Because remember, your current physical experience is not your current energy. Your current physical experience is a side effect of your previous physical energy. The current spiritual energy that you're holding, your point of focus, your mental focus, your feelings, all your vibration and frequency is building and constructing what comes. You're the source of what comes. It's unfolding every day, and it turns into now based off of how you're doing now. This is why it's so beautiful that in your spread today, it's showing me you're choosing your happiness because I'm happy. Yes, okay. Below you, where you're standing, the Hangman. You had a different perspective, seeing things a different way. You're like, I've been giving way too much to this situation. You know, I would have progressed so much further had I stopped trying to fix them, help them, do for the others, worry about what they doing. If I would have been keeping my nose on my face where it looks best, minding my own business, my business would be doing better. So you had that different perspective. And now here's the thing. Other people are seeing you differently. They have no choice but to see you differently because you're showing up differently. Yeah, you're realizing somewhere, I hear you're realizing somewhere where somebody was not what you thought they were. Okay, yeah, that you were just seduced by the eyes. This is like where you meet somebody, you're like, oh, maybe they're the one. And then they say some stuff or do something in front of you and you're like, that was a big turn off. Like you were so hot until you said that. You were so hot until I watched you do that. Like that is such a turn off. I would never. You're like, I would never. Okay. Let me see behind you, the Chariot. Okay. The Chariot behind you says, hold on. Listen, while I'm saying that, I did not have the phone on Do Not Disturb. So my daughter's texting me, ding, 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 message come through 3 times while I'm talking about, you know, I would never. Somewhere, right, you said you would never, you did, and you were like, hold on, what am I doing? Let me back out of this. I'm going to reverse the Chariot. Yeah. Is this about a Cancerian person? Yeah. No, recently, I see you're seeing things differently. People are seeing you differently because you overcame a situation. You took action. That's why you're in this empowered Ace of Pentacles energy now. I love that you're showing up as the Ace of Pentacles. Let me see what's above you. Above you, you have... See, I love the Empress. Yes, baby. The Empress is above you talking about how you know that you can create what you want in this physical experience. You know that you deserve the best. You know you deserve what you want. You know you can align with it. You're seeing your value and your worth. You are stepping into the energy of, I've been through some things and that made me smarter, but I don't have to do those difficult things no more. Yeah. So you're choosing some wish fulfillment here. In front of you, you have the 3 of Cups. You're going to be celebrating that wish fulfillment. So whether this is a new relationship, a new car, a new house, a new lifestyle, a new job, whatever this is, some of you, this because of the Empress is there. Some of y'all got a whole lot of money in it, motherfucker. Yeah, and you're going to figure out what to do. Some of you are going to be celebrating. Toast, cheers, yeah, to that. You're celebrating the freedom from a different situation, a different experience that was not pleasant, that you freed yourself from. I see ones who have been doing a lot of work on repetitive patterns in your life. It's like consistently you got caught up in something that looked right. You got caught consistently in your past. You have been caught up in situations that didn't reciprocate energy to you. You made some changes recently with this hangman below you to overcome the difficulties with the chariot behind you, so that you can align with what honors your value and your worth with the empress above you. And now you have something that you wanted showing up in your experience. What is this 9 of Cups? This 9 of Cups is the 10 of Cups. I freaking love it. Satisfaction. You're choosing the path of satisfaction, of fulfillment, the delicious path. So what are you doing right now? The Prince of Swords, a hacker. You're watching my show. They said you're watching my show. You're watching my show. You're researching what I'm going to do with all this money that I have. You're talking to somebody online. You're investigating a better job opportunity. You're investigating where you want to move to. You're investigating these things. You're communicating. Okay. You are receiving answers. Okay. You're receiving answers. And you cut through a lot of ideas that, kept you stuck in that previous energy of falling for what just pleases the eyes but doesn't please your life and doesn't reciprocate. So now in your environment, the world, good. In your environment, the universe is honoring your level up. We have the World card here. Yeah, whoever was there, they're not there no more. And you have the world as your oyster at your disposal. The buffet of the world is available. What will you choose to focus on today? I mean, obsessively focus on something and watch it show up. If you would spend some hours feeling delighted, staring at butterflies, you would find that people would be bringing you butterflies. Butterflies would fly around your path. You'd find street names named butterflies. Somebody's dinner option on the menu is going to be called the butterfly plate. You know what I'm saying? It's going to show up everywhere. It's just like when you get a new car, you're so excited about your new car that you got. You never even knew this kind of car was available. You had only seen it once or twice until you got it, and now it's everywhere. Why? Because you're excited because you have the car, and you keep thinking, I have my car. So take the little, I got $20 in my pocket. No, I got $6 in my pocket. $6 in my pocket. I got $6 in my pocket. You only got $6 in your pocket. I'm so thankful and grateful for the $6 I have in my pocket. Thanks, Abe. You're so cool. Thanks, George. I'm so glad you're here. And you know what? I had a lot more in my pocket than this before, and I'm so happy with what I did with the more that I had in my pocket before. I'm going to be grateful for this all day long. And for all the beautiful things that I'm surrounded with, all these tarot cards, my clothes, this laptop, this phone, this internet, this lighting, this home, these walls, the air conditioning. Oh my gosh. Why? Because all the money that was in my pocket before, I use it for that. I'm so thankful and grateful that money comes, money goes. Money comes, money goes. Money comes, money goes. Money flows, money flows, money flows. I flow money. What is it? You know, if it's love, instead of looking at, I don't have a partner, I have me. I've got myself to remind me of love. Yeah, I've got myself to remind me of love. Where is love at in my life? Who and what loves me? Apparently the universe loves me because it keeps giving me oxygen. No matter how much I use, I can still take a deep breath. What else do I love my hair. I have so much hair. I love my hair. I love. Where your focus goes, energy flows. The more you loving you, the more you give it. That one customer. Oh my God. What did the girl say? I love you. You just changed my whole life. I love what you made me. Love. Where is love? I love this table. Because this table is awesome. Why? Because it sits right here perfectly in this little space that I have right here available to read my cards. And sometimes I show the table, and when I do, it's pretty. And when I don't show the table, it's still well utilized. It's of service to me. I love this table. I love this card right here. I haven't even looked at it yet, but I know it's exactly what I need to know about how I feel inside. I love this light because it makes it easier for you to see what I got going on here. Oh yeah, and it changes colors for shadows. The more you can focus on love, you're going to find more to love. The more you can focus on the fact that you've got money, like I said, it may be $6 in your pocket. I'm going to pop some tags. I only got $6 in my pocket. What is it? Be grateful for it. Yeah, be grateful for it and watch more show up. I said it so much on the channel. There was a period where it's like repetitive message, and it's coming out again today here for us, which is saying, if all you had was one left sock and one right shoe, and you could be grateful for that left sock and right shoe, before you knew it, you would have pairs of socks, pairs of shoes, and eventually somewhere to put them. Be grateful for what you have. Stop looking at what you don't have. Focus on what you have. You'll have a lot more having. And in that old situation with that thing that you were caught up in the eyes, you were like, well, I mean, I have it, but it doesn't do what I want. I have it, but it's not enough. You know, you were focused on something, but it wasn't giving you what you wanted. I can't have what I want, so I'll just take that. Settling for less energy. So in your feelings, the 6 of Swords, well, that makes sense. I'm not upset about that anymore. This is your internal feeling right now. Science. Once you find the logic, once you find how it serves you, this is going to shift your energy. In quantum mechanics, it talks about, you know, when you focus on an item, you cause it to vibrate differently. They've even done studies and conducted studies where they'll have a person in one room think about an object that's in another room, and it will change its vibration. So once it makes sense, it doesn't stress you no more. You know, once you can find one reason to be grateful for it, you will flip the energy, you will transmute it into your power. That's how you do it. You say, well, you say I went through all these difficulties, Melinda, because I needed to find my power. Well, how do you do that? Well, think about that jerk. Think about that horrible situation. Recognize and honor that it felt horrible. But from that place, we're not trying to sit there in that energy. We're looking for our power. And your power is always wrapped up in the love. Your power is always wrapped up in the lesson, because every lesson comes with a blessing, and it comes for a reason, and it comes for a season. Some of y'all learned how to say no in that last situation, I heard. Well, did you know that saying no is necessary for your next level, which is showing up here in your environment? You are leveling up. The universe, the world card was here in your environment. You are leveling up. You need to know how to say no for the next level. You needed those hateful, envious, jealous energies of your friends or family to go for your next level. You needed to know that that's what they were. I needed to know for my next level that that girl, even though she was around me for 10 years, she clearly did not give a damn about fucking me over. I needed to know that. Because next time, instead of a few $1,000s, it could have been tens of $1,000s. Because that's where I'm headed. Spirit already showed me, and I'm letting that unfold. You know what I'm saying? I needed to know. Also, I found a great mechanic out of that. So what can you find about that unpleasant experience that created more awareness in you, created more empowerment in you? Understanding that exposed somewhere where you were under some sort of illusions or self-deceptions. You know what I'm saying? That's how you find your power. If you're on my YouTube, on my main channel page, which I thought about taking it off because I hear it every time I look at my main channel page. There's a video though, and it's called Transmuting Tragedy to Blessing. And this was when this video was recorded years ago when I first started realizing, like, oh my goodness, yes, my dad committed suicide. Yes, I watched him burn to death. But because of that, I appreciate my family so much. I remember because I was sitting by the fireside. We had a little campfire going. And I was holding my grandson on my lap. And I was thinking to myself, you know, my dad committing suicide helped me really appreciate my life and my children. Well, I only have one kid, but I had a grandbaby. My daddy never even got to see his grandbaby. Also, his suicide put me into a tailspin of emotional trauma. I was in a tailspin of emotional trauma. What happened from that? I learned how to master my emotions. Does that mean I don't have them no more? Not at all. I have emotions all day long, just like you, every freaking day. But that tragedy, I transmuted the power of it and turned it into my empowerment when I could just find just one thing. And it's like when you find one thing, it won't be long before you find the second thing. Boom, more power to you. Then it won't be long before you find the third thing. Boom, more power to you. Some of you, like me, are Abraham Hicks fans. I love Abraham. Thank you, Abraham, because Abraham came in to confirm a lot of things that Spirit had been teaching me. And one of the Abraham things that I heard directly from Abraham was, if you focus on it for at least 60 seconds, now you're building momentum, and the law of attraction is going to attract another thought, another feeling that feels the same way. How much can you take and milk the blessings from the things that have caused pain and difficulty? You're in a new energy. And I feel like you've learned how to do this to some degree, and you're getting better at it. You're becoming more practiced at it. And what it's doing is it's making you feel like, I don't feel bad about that anymore. Because we have the Six of Swords, again, with science, in your innermost emotions position. The Five of Swords is where you're self-sabotaging. The Five of Swords was where you were when I said, yeah, my dad set himself on fire after school one day. The whole high school saw it. I watched my daddy die that way. And that was the thing that fucked up the rest of my life until it wasn't. And for it to not be, I had to find the truth. Five of Swords plus one more sword, which is the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. Yes, until I found the truth. The truth was, yeah, that hurt like a bitch. But I learned some things. I learned the value of life. I learned the value of being alive for my child, because I would never want my child to experience the same thing. Yes, when my father killed himself, I had suicidal thoughts too. And it wasn't long after that I got pregnant and had a baby. However, moving forward, as life was still presenting its challenges, that suicidal thought would come up. But I always remembered, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, because then my daughter will go through the same thing I went through. And at the time, what I didn't know, that every time I said, I'm not doing that, I was starting to embrace this new truth that would make things easier. It was because I was on the path of being open to a different way. I didn't want the same thing anymore. Instead of sitting in that self-sabotaging energy, I opened myself up to new truth. That's what's going on in your emotional body right now. You're opening yourself up to a new truth about a situation. And again, they want me to remind you, Black Panther came out, baby. You are an Avenger. But the thing is, you don't have to go on attack mode. You just protect your energy. You decide, yes, this is my energy, or no, that's my energy. Stop looking at people like they're all so freaking different. I'm going to give you a little cheat code that works for me. I don't look at people as so individual. I mean, I know we're all individual, yes, but yet we're simultaneously connected. And you're either showing up as allowing love to flow or trying to restrict the flow of love. If you're allowing love to flow, you're awesome. You're my energy because I allow love to flow. If you're in the energy of running from love, trying to restrict love, acting like you don't know how to love, ain't got no love in you, or got some hidden anti-love energies, you're either love or anti-love, but I'm going to know. I'm going to know. I'm going to sense it. It's going to feel weird. Ew, don't touch me. That feels repulsive when you touch me. I can't stand their voice. Oh, God, here they come. I'm going that way. I don't have to put everything on my plate, and I can still be connected to it, and I can still love them, but I don't have to put it on my plate. I don't have to allow my presence to equal my love. Thank you for showing up, you jerk, you liar, you deceiver, because you gave me a chance to listen to my intuition. Somebody here, that's the simple little thing that you're looking for about that thing that's consistently showed up in your life. And you kept hitting that brick wall, that dead end. You're just looking for, I'm so glad that this ass, I'm just going to say, this ass showed up in my life and was a whole ass, so that I could see what is for me and what is not for me. So I could learn that my intuition was right when it told me that, oh, I don't really want to talk to this person. Well, they really want to talk to me. I guess I'll just talk to them. Yeah, and then you end up in a whole mess. Well, next time, I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because next time I have this experience in my pocket, and I'm going to make a different choice based off of the experience that I had and recognizing, oh, my intuition told me before not to mess with the person. And now I'm getting them same vibes from you. I shouldn't mess with you like that. Okay, I'm going to honor that. And sometimes it's not a complete cutting off, you know. In my more recent experience, you know, I had a strong attraction to a person, and I realized, like, this person is not in the perfect space for me to be a partner to them. They're saying that they're not attracted to me the same way. Okay, well, there's a reason for the attraction. Let's see what it is. It doesn't mean they're mine and I'm going to keep them forever. Understanding. Why do I know that? Because I got into a whole situation before because I didn't listen when the girl was like, I'm not ready for nothing because blah, 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 blah. This time I'm listening, and intuition is supporting what I'm seeing. You got, so I'm hearing, look for 3 indicators: the way you feel, what your intuition is saying, and the vibration, the way you feel around them, what your intuition is telling you. I heard, and the 3rd indicator is the intellectual stimulus that's being presented to you. In other words, people are going to tell you and show you who and what they are. Just give them a chance. I heard that in psychology they say, you know, a person can't keep up a fake personality or a fake front for longer than 3 months. Usually it's going to happen within a month. I had one girl, she couldn't keep up a fake front for more than 2 weeks at a time. Within 2 weeks, she'd get irritated by my energy and she would not want to be around me. And it was me choosing contrast. Why? Because I was learning my emotional mastery. But you'll see who and what it really is. Give it some time to show up. Your presence and your love do not have to be in the same space. It really doesn't. You could love them and never have presence. What's the outcome in here? The magician, the mage, the magician, honey. You're making some stuff, original creations. It moves the heart, the spirit. In this deck, the mage, the magician, is a musician. He's sitting in front of a piano keyboard. He's got all his creative tools around him. He's got a laptop back there. He's surrounded by some candles. He's got some music that he's created, and he looks to be deep in thought. He's got one hand ready to press the keys on the piano. The other hand, he's got one finger in his mouth. He's like, what am I going to do next with this melody? In other words, your life's composition, there is a composition. Your life is a symphony. It's not done. What else do you want to create? What do you want to bring in? Can you make sure it's delicious? That it sounds good to your ear. It feels good to your heart. It feels good to your spirit. You know, there's so many ways we can focus and choose that don't feel good. And so many ways we've forced ourselves to do things on this planet because that's the way that humans have learned and passed on to their offspring. If you don't like it, you got to do it anyways. And we would say, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can find another way. And somebody's like, well, how? Well, you know, that's a whole nother long ass talk about. But basically, ask yourself, show me a way that I could do this same thing and feel good about it. And sometimes it's just going to be a shift in your mentality, your perspective. And sometimes when you ask a question that empowered, because questions, remember, questions, the answers to questions, when the question is asked, the solution is immediately available. It usually takes you a minute to line up with the solution, though. But the solution most commonly, as I've experienced, doesn't just come into your mind. It shows up in an experience that blossoms in front of you. So if you're asking, because I'm picking up on somebody, they're like, I do have to go to work every day, Melinda. What do you mean I don't have to do it? Yes, I have to. Okay. How can I do this from a place that feels better, that feels higher vibrational? That's the question you want to ask. Don't answer the question because I know what your answer is going to be. I don't know how. Stop. You just put a period on something that's not going to benefit you. A period closes energy, solidifies energy. We're looking for movement. In any situation you don't like, ask, how can I do it the way that's more satisfying, more fulfilling, that feels like ease and flow and satisfaction? How can I? And just leave the question open. Let the universe show up for you. And whoever you are, and it's about a job, you could have a whole mental shift in your mentality. And why are they showing me, you know, when you're a kid in school and you got to do the school play or the performance or whatever it is, and they're like, just picture the whole audience in their underwear. Like that's so generic and so doesn't work for me. But it's that mentality. Spirit can give you you can receive in your intellect, in your own intelligence, another perspective that will shift your whole your whole view, your whole feeling about the same damn thing. It's like, I used to really hate washing dishes. And I'll tell you, I hated it so much, I would get mad while I was washing dishes. More of me flashing out and talking shit to the kids and anybody around me happened because I started washing dishes. And then I was like, okay, clearly I have an issue with fucking washing dishes. How do I shift this? How do I make this better? Well, if it feels like crap, that's because it's shit, flush it. So clearly all this stuff coming out of my mouth and it's floating in my mind, it feels like shit. I need to get rid of that. What can I put in it? When you flush something, you put something new in so the old can go out. Okay, what are some ideas that are true about washing dishes that benefit me, that I'm grateful for? Well, actually, when I stopped to think about it, I'm glad I have dishes. Somebody don't have no dishes. I'm glad I have dishes. Okay, that helped a little bit. Yes, I have dishes, but then I'm still thinking about washing these dishes. God dang it, I'm still washing. Why am I grateful to be washing the fucking dishes that I have? Yes, I'm glad I have dishes. I hear you. I'm glad I have dishes. Okay, why am I glad to be washing it? Because the children ate food. Oh. Now, there's a good idea. I like the kids to eat food. Yeah, and they didn't eat some junk food. We don't let the kids have McDonald's and fast food like that. We very rarely do. Very, very rarely. Like, we got to be on a road trip or something like that, and I can't cook or my daughter can't cook. We cook at home. So we like that. Why? Because we know that it's actually food. We know that we put our love in it and our energy in it. So it was things like that I started noticing that shifted my mentality. Now I don't have no problem and I don't get mad washing dishes anymore. For somebody, there's a mental shift that's going to happen in you in regards to your job. And for all of you, you can apply this. What is the quote unquote job at hand that you can have a mental shift about now, so that you can raise your vibration now, so that tomorrow's side effect, when tomorrow becomes today, isn't the same shit you were creating yesterday, which left you in the same shit today. We can create something different. You're going to get a lot more playing in that energy with this magician I'm getting. You're going to play with that energy, because it's going to go round and round. And then we have, and behind his left shoulder, we have a frame that has an infinity symbol on it. And half of the infinity symbol is white and half of the infinity symbol is black, which is now speaking to us saying, hey, before the light can come in, you've got to have the dark, because the white is covering over the dark. And there's a universal law in the Kybalion. If you haven't looked up the Kybalion, go get your copy. It's still on eBay for like $6. But go get you a copy of the Kybalion, because it's going to give you all the universal laws that you need to understand, to get the way this energy flows. And one of the universal laws is it's got to go down before it comes up on this planet. That's how it works. And you can liken it to the seed will not give you no fruit unless it's been in the dirt to grow. It's got to get in the dirt, baby. So consider yourself lucky if you started life out in the dirt, in the shit, in the mess, in the spill, a sloppy mess. Because as you clean up your vibration and you clean up your mentality and you clean up your mind about who and what you really are, what you really like, you'll realize that I wouldn't know that I deserve better if I didn't have that a-hole. I wouldn't know that I deserve more money if I didn't have that crap job. I wouldn't know that I like being okay with being by myself if I wasn't surrounded by all these external energies that overwhelm me and made me feel like, I just want to go home. What is this? What is this? How is this unfolding for you today? At the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and it says success. And this is that energy of recognition. This is that energy of recognition. You are in an empowered state right now. I intuitively hear that for the majority of you who are watching this message at any time, in any space, this is a confirmation of the long journey you've been through to create a new empowered energy for you, to begin a new experience on earth in your physical human life, which means expect other people to show up in a way that aligns with your higher vibration, because you're staying there more. You've raised your baseline. It's in a higher vibration. The people, the experiences, the things that show up are going to be more delightful. I just saw somebody here who's going to find a new restaurant that's going to have their new favorite dish. It's going to replace the old favorite dish in the old favorite restaurant. I'm picking up on somebody who goes out to eat a lot. Your energy is coming through. I'm seeing somebody who's going to start seeing, and I'm hearing the word is specifically, they're giving me the word influx, an influx of new clientele who want to spend more money, who want to tip you better, new customers, new clientele, new contracts, new business deals that increases. And it's like, I see you doing the same work with the increased gain, increased pay. You're doing the same thing. What's different? Your mentality about what you're doing is what's different. And that's what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and read your Alpha and Omega messages, and I'll take member questions for all of my members here. And then we'll close out with your yes or no for everyone who's listening. Now's the time to start devising your yes or no questions. Spirit's going to give you an answer based off of how you formulate your question, because Spirit is involved in that and can simultaneously give you all an accurate answer based off of how you form your question. Spirit knows if you're going to ask it looking for a yes or for a no, and they're going to push you on how to ask for it. So go ahead and focus on that. Let's see what we have. The guardian of emotion. The situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. I heard pronoia. Okay. You're surrounded by those who have only the best of intentions, so you can rely on the advice you're given. Challenges will be resolved. This card also indicates a generous humanitarian and refined person whom you can completely depend on. This could be a reference to these characteristics within yourself. And from your postcard from Spirit, dear you, check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motive that drives you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul calls you toward? Joy, discovery, growth, or adventure. Participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it. If you can step forward, surrendered to whatever Spirit has in store for you, you will be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives and hand them over to Spirit. Everybody here wants the best for you. Life loves you more than you know. I heard somebody has been protecting themselves right out of some blessings, right out of some magic. So watch out for that. Okay. Time to get into your personal questions and your yes or no for everybody who's present. I was going to get one tarot deck, but they said, no, use the God deck. This is my handmade God deck. Has no pictures. It literally is a deck of round cards that only has every tarot card hand drawn on it by me, which is great for channeling messages, for intuitively received messages, because there's no influence but the intuition. So for our member questions, first off, let's see, what do we have? First off, what does Goddess want me to know? Thank you for Michelle. What does Goddess want Michelle to know? Okay. I had these two cards flip upside, showing me their face. We have the Six of Swords. It's in reverse. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And then this one over here flew and it's face down, and it's the King of Cups upright. I heard you know what you want, but you've experienced some challenges to receive it. The Page of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. One of the things is you keep telling yourself, I don't know how. I don't know how to accomplish this. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Leave that completely out. I don't know. I heard it should be replaced with I love. I love discovering. I love learning. I love becoming aware. I love gaining understanding. I love the moments when solutions and understanding comes through. I love when I get the experience of finding the solutions to the problems that have been. I love this, not I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what to do. That's the message that Goddess wants you to know. You know, you know, you know. You know things that you don't know that you know. And when you think about how many times it's worked out for you in the past, this will help you to talk yourself, whether it's silently or audibly, into this position of being receptive. There's also the energy here of you have tried so hard to your own exhaustion to make it happen on the physical level. A huge repetitive message that's been coming out lately is stop trying from the physical, work from the spiritual. If y'all would work from the spiritual first, you've cut to the core of everything, bring it all together. That's the message I have for you, Michelle. Okay. Janine wants to know what's coming towards her in the next 24 hours. What's coming for Janine within the next 24 hours, please? And thank you. What is coming for Janine in the next 24 hours? What is coming for Janine in the next 24 hours? Okay, we have Judgment in reverse with the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Show me what this Judgment is. Next, Six of Cups in reverse. Thank you. That's a confirmation. What's coming for you in the next 24 hours is something new. It's not something you know. It's something new. It's something new. New delight, new happiness, new joy. Because you're putting to rest a lot of things from the past. You're putting to rest some ideas about the past of things that did not fulfill you, that didn't follow through, that didn't show up and didn't do what you wanted them to. So I see new fulfillment. I see new joy. I see anywhere where the past, it's like it's going to be easier. It's like I see a moving away from the past and a moving towards what else is left, what else is here, what more is there. Thank you. All right. So that's what I have for you, Janine, in the next 24 hours. Yeah. I also hear this for you, Janine. Somebody who you haven't been speaking to for some time will not be able to get in touch with you. This is great. Your energy is blocking you. Either they've lost your phone number, they don't know where you're at, or whatever, but it's like the call is not coming through. I'm hearing, you know how you call somebody and get that the busy tone? Yeah, whatever it is like you're not available. Yeah, you're not available for it. I heard, and it's when something happens that you don't want to do, and somebody says, hey, can you do this for me? Can you help me with this? Oh, I'm not available. They said they want you to intentionally practice every day, even if you're alone, saying out loud, oh, no, I'm not available for that. Oh, no, I'm not available for you. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, no, I'm not available. They want you to really audibly practice that because I see you're going to be saying some of that in your near future. All right, let's get a yes or no for everyone who's present. Thank you for giving my video a thumbs up. Thank you for your love donations. Thank you for your card donations. Thank you for choosing me for your personal consultation, sharing my messages, giving your emojis, whatever you're doing to just reciprocate this energy. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the growth on the channel. I'm so grateful for the consistency that you show up with. What is the answer? Yes or no? You know what their question is. Give them their answer. Thank you. We have one. We're looking for the ace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the fourth card is the ace. Yes, the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. The Ace of Swords came out. Yes, this is the truth. What you want, keep focusing on that with consistency and persistence because you're about to have a material confirmation that the energy is growing. What that's telling you, so your answer was yes, no matter what your question was. But for some in specific, what you're going to have is a signpost. An energetic signpost is about to show up in your physical experience. So if you wanted to know, are you going to get that money? I'm hearing, and then you find $1 on the floor today, or a quarter, or a nickel, or a dime. Yes, that's a sign that money is showing up for you that you don't even know is coming. If you were looking for love to come your way and then you meet somebody and you really vibe, but then you find out they're in a relationship and it's really good, but they were really cool anyways, and you're not mad about it, there were a sign that yours is coming too. If you've been looking for a new career or a new job, and you have a conversation, or you see a podcast, or hear a podcast, or see a video, or read an article about somebody and how they made a switch in their job, or they just found a new job and they're so happy with their new digs and their new vibe and their new setup, yes, you're going to get yours too. It's a signpost. I see a signpost coming on that's saying, keep going the same way. And remember, it's not about where you're going physically. I mean, it is about where you're going physically when it pertains to how you think and feel about it. But they want you to focus on your thoughts and your feelings and your pronunciations, your words about what you're building. The answer is yes. This is what I have for you at this time. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, got love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. That's all, folks. And I'm out.